The City of Martinsburg Police Department is now recruiting for new officers to serve the community and to be a part of our team. Starting pay ranges from $53,813 to $70,565 depending on experience, with a raise once you are certified and a potential sign-on bonus as well. City of Martinsburg police benefits include health insurance, vacation leave, sick leave, personal time, and comp time, a pension plan, paid gym membership, longevity pay, tuition assistance, and a deferred comp plan. Applicants are encouraged to apply before the February 10 exam date. Apply at cityofmartinsburg.org.
Finally, West Virginia is moving in the right direction. As your West Virginia Senate President, Craig Blair has passed the most conservative legislative agenda in the nation. He has fought for our values like banning elective abortions, protecting our Second Amendment rights, and prevented boys from playing in girls' sports. Senator Craig Blair championed the largest tax cut in the history of our state. Craig Blair, a strong conservative leader. Promises made, promises kept. This election, vote for Republican Craig Blair for State Senate. Paid for by the Committee to Re-elect Craig Blair.
One of the questions lawyers get asked the most is, what is my case worth?
I'm Stephen Skinner, and this is my brother Andrew with Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers.
The truth is, it's very difficult for a lawyer to pinpoint a number because every case is different.
We get to know each situation and we'll give you an idea of what your case is worth and why.
The sooner we get involved, the better we can do getting you the compensation you deserve.
Google Skinner Lawyers or go to skinnerwins.com. We'll treat you like family.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
The following sports broadcast is a special presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school basketball. Today's high school basketball broadcast is being brought to you by
Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Rocks, the Dutch Miller Auto Group, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, Brown's Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda, Craig Blair for State Senate, Orsini's Home Store, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Berkeley County Health Department, Hagerstown Ford, Smallwood and Small Insurance, Modern Realty Results, the Palace Lounge.
And now, let's go courtside and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
Good evening to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse tonight for West Virginia High School girls EPAC basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 as we welcome you into the countdown to tip-off, brought to you by Parsons Ford at 1400 Shepherdstown Road, online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons, Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10, as well as WRNR TV on YouTube. Cameraman tonight is Aiden Sensible. Back at the studio is Dylan Bishop, as tonight the Martinsburg Lady Bulldogs, who are 12-3 overall, undefeated at 6-0 in the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference, play host to the undefeated Washington Lady Patriots in the conference. They're also 6-0, come in with an overall record of 8-7. Let's take a look here at Washington. They started off the year 1-5, playing a lot of tough at a conference, even at a state opponents. They only have one loss this entire season to a team within the state of West Virginia. That is Spring Valley about 3 games ago. But after that 1-5 start, they've been 7-2, looking like one of the better teams in the Eastern Panhandle, team that made it to the state tournament last year, trying to do the same this year. And the way they got there last year was through the team that they get to play against tonight, the Martinsburg Bulldogs, a team 12-3 overall. What a year it's been for them, riding a 6-game win streak. The Lady Bulldogs, it's the best start that they have had since 2019. The all-time series between Martinsburg and Washington sits at 23 in the favor of the Bulldogs. So very lopsided. However, recently, Washington has won the past 2 meetings. That regional championship game last year and then the final regular season meeting last year as well. Washington 4-1 in the last 5 meetings between these two schools. So of the 5 wins for Washington in this cross-county rivalry, 4 of them coming since 2022. However, only 1 of those 5 wins have come here inside the Martinsburg Fieldhouse as the Lady Patriots try to make sure that no revenge happens tonight for Martinsburg, as revenge is on the minds of the Lady Bulldogs and bragging rights in the EPAC as well, with both teams being undefeated so far in conference. It's an interesting schedule for these two teams. This is the first of the 2 regular season meetings for these two. The next time they meet, also this week, I believe Saturday is when these two meet again at Washington, so only a few days to regroup and restructure yourself, whether you win or lose tonight. We'll see what they decide moving forward the next time they go around at Washington. But looking forward to this one tonight between Ronnie Fitzpatrick and Rasan Edwards teams, as this is the Parsons Ford Countdown to Tip-Off, brought to you by Parsons Ford at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number 1 by making you number 1. First, we'll step aside, take our first 2-minute break here in the Parsons Ford Countdown to Tip-Off, and on the other side of that 2-minute break, we will get into our coaches' interviews and hear from both Coach Edwards as well as Coach Fitzpatrick. So this is a 2-minute break here for West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The City of Martinsburg Police Department is now recruiting for new officers to serve the community and to be a part of our team. Starting pay ranges from $53,813 to $70,565 depending on experience, with a raise once you're certified and a potential sign-on bonus as well. City of Martinsburg police benefits include health insurance, vacation leave, sick leave, personal time, and comp time, a pension plan, paid gym membership, longevity pay, tuition assistance, and a deferred comp plan. Applicants are encouraged to apply before the February 10 exam date. Apply at cityofmartinsburg.org.
Pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Inside the Martinsburg Fieldhouse, as we have West Virginia High School girls EPAC basketball action tonight between the Martinsburg Bulldogs and the Washington Patriots. We'll continue tonight's Parsons Ford Countdown to Tip-Off here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 and get into the coaches' interviews now, which are brought to you by Rock's Local Markets with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Fast, fresh friendly rocks. We'll start off with the head coach of the Washington Lady Patriots, Rasan Edwards, followed by the head coach of the Martinsburg Lady Bulldogs, Ronnie Fitzpatrick. Now joined by the head coach of the Washington Lady Patriots, Rasan Edwards. Coach Edwards, we haven't got to see your team in a little while. What's been going on for your team? What have you liked? What are some things that you still feel like you need to improve on?
Definitely just need to stay consistent defensively. We continue to harp on it, but we have to be a better defensive team in order to continue to move on or where we want to go.
You guys, I believe, coming off a win against Musselman, one of the better teams in the conference. What showed about your team in that win?
I thought we executed down the stretch well. We just needed to. We got some key stops down the stretch, but we did do what we were supposed to do as far as executing on the other end of the floor. So we stayed out of foul trouble too. That was the other thing. We've had a trouble with committing a lot of bad fouls at times, but we stayed out of foul trouble that game.
What do you feel like has so far been the identity and the strength of your team?
I think when we're able to get out in transition and get some easy buckets, but again, that comes back to getting stops on the one end. But if we're able to get out in transition and we can score quickly, that's been our best asset so far.
Tonight you guys get a road test against one of the better teams in the conference as well, a team last year that you ended the season of. Revenge on their minds, obviously, because of that. What have you seen from them, though, so far this year? We'll start off with that in the film that you've gotten to watch.
Obviously they're going to go through, they're going to go through Bradley, so we understand that. But the biggest thing with us is we have to contain and just do our job on our side. But Martinsburg's going to be well coached. I do know that. So they're going to be ready to play tonight. They're going to be a tough matchup. We just have to match that.
They really like to press, have a lot of players out on that court. They'll do the 5 in, 5 out at times as well. How tough is that to really simulate and practice to get your team used to?
The good thing is we kind of run a similar press than what they do, so that helps us because we've already been doing it anyway. So now it's just a matter of everything has to be, at a certain pace and just taking our time, making sure we're not turning the ball over in that and, not giving them easy buckets, making sure we can kind of break them out of the press. Because once we're able to break them out of it, then, we can execute on the other end and we'll be all right.
What's the message that you're relaying to your team?
Toughness. We have to rebound the basketball. Defending and rebounding. We do those two things, we'll be all right.
Anything else, Coach?
No, thanks for having us.
Thank you and best of luck. I'm now joined by the head coach of the Martinsburg Lady Bulldogs, Ronnie Fitzpatrick. Coach Fitzpatrick, your team coming off a big win over Musselman, now 12-2 overall, still undefeated in the Eastern Panhandle. What has really stood out in your mind about your team this year?
Well, they've come together. It's just day in and day out. They've worked throughout the off season, and right now they're starting to, that hard work is starting to pay off. Of course, it starts on the defensive end, like I've said all year. But yeah, they're performing. They're playing together. They're playing with passion, playing for each other. So it's a good thing when all those things start to work.
You came to this program last year as the head coach, had a pretty all right season, and now completely turned it around to this 12-2 start. Did you, I guess, first expect it to come this quickly?
Well, you always expect to win. I mean, I didn't expect last season to start off 0-6. I expected to win those games. So, of course, you expected and you set the standard there. But at the same time, you know that you have work to put in. But the girls from the beginning, and you can go back to some of our interviews last year, they've worked. They're starting to understand. I was talking to a coach buddy the other day and just talking to him about some of the questions that I'm being asked in the film room and on the practice court. That's when you really start to know that your team is gelling together. They're understanding, what our system is. They're understanding what we're trying to do. I'm pleased about that. I'm excited about it. We've got to continue on. You say I completely turned the season around. It ain't over yet. So as of for right now, it's okay. So big game tonight. Washington, I'm sure you're going to ask me about them. They're going to come in here. They're going to play hard. They're undefeated as well in the EPAC. So we'll see what we can do.
You mentioned them asking questions, you asking questions, watching the film. Other than maybe that, is there any other distinct moment where you saw this team really buy into your philosophy in this program with you at the helm?
Well, I think, yeah, and I talk about those questions, but then it's the questions about what we're trying to do, and then it's seeing them act those out on the court. It's seeing the execution on the defense as we try to rotate and as we try to do different things to confuse the offense. It's the execution on the offensive end where it's been pretty well in moments. It's not always great, but we play a different style that doesn't always appeal to all everybody and look real pretty. So you got to kind of turn the switch, and they're starting to do that. So that would probably be my biggest accomplishment for them right now.
Let's now get into Washington, like you already saw coming. Team that it's been a while since you guys faced, and the last time you did face them, it was unfortunately the end of the road of your season last year. Talk a little bit about that game, though. What was going through your guys' mind at the end of that to motivate yourself coming into this season?
Well, of course, it was a disappointing loss. It was a game where we were up, I think, 14 at one point, and then we let it slip away. But, of course, they've got a good ball club. They've got three really good guards. They've got some young talent. They've got players. They're well coached. They're well prepared. So you expect that. You expect the runs and lows and the peaks and the valleys of a game. And in that game, we had the momentum at the beginning, and then there was a momentum shift. And when you're on the road, that's hard to overcome. My team we've traveled a little bit this year. I've seen them handle some of that adversity. So I think we're a little bit better prepared for that kind of thing. But we just got to see. So I'm excited about the opportunity tonight. We'll play them twice this week, so we'll get to see them really quick and see where we stack up against them.
What's your team need to do to get the win tonight?
Execute offensively. Always defense. There's some different things that we want to do against them, and hopefully the girls buy into it, and hopefully they put all their hard work to use.
Anything else, Coach?
No. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us. Best of luck.
Thank you.
That was our coaches' interviews with Rasan Edwards, the head coach of the Washington Patriots, as well as Ronnie Fitzpatrick, the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs. We are 6 minutes away from the end of pre-game warm-up, so we'll step aside and take another 2-minute break here on the Parsons Ford countdown to tip-off. On the other side of that break, we'll get tonight's keys to the game. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 2 minutes.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Finally, West Virginia is moving in the right direction. As your West Virginia Senate President, Craig Blair has passed the most conservative legislative agenda in the nation. He has fought for our values like banning elective abortions, protecting our Second Amendment rights, and prevented boys from playing in girls' sports. Senator Craig Blair championed the largest tax cut in the history of our state. Craig Blair, a strong conservative leader. Promises made, promises kept. This election, vote for Republican Craig Blair for State Senate. Paid for by the Committee to Re-elect Craig Blair.
The Skinner family has been representing West Virginians for more than 50 years.
We've changed the name of our firm to Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers because we want to be clear about what we do. We represent people who have been in car, truck, and other catastrophic accidents.
We're here to be a voice for the injured and vulnerable, and we take that job seriously with deep commitment to serving our clients wherever they are.
Just Google Skinner Accident Lawyer or visit SkinnerWins.com. We'll treat you like family.
I do.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
I can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had one job.
It's twin girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We welcome you back here to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse, tonight's venue for EPAC girls basketball between the Martinsburg Bulldogs and the Washington Patriots, as we are 3.5 minutes away from tip-off. Let's get you tonight's keys to the game, as the key to your next car is at the Dutch Miller Automotive Group, home of friends and family pricing. And the keys for both teams comes down to their styles of play and which one shines more tonight, as they differ big time between one another. For Washington, the success so far has been the speed, the athleticism from the guards of Lexi Adam, Ariana Harrison, and Mary Rivera. They want to work and transition quickly down the court, use that off-ball movement, pick and roll to get an open look and beat you outside with the jump shots. And on the other side, for Martinsburg, it's really been the defense that's been successful for them as a whole, really holding teams to get to this 12-3 record that you see. Won't really get you high-scoring affairs offensively, as they've only scored 50-plus 4 times within the 15 games that they've played. But the defense is really where Martinsburg wants to win ball games, and offensively they look down low to their 3 players 6 foot plus, one led by 6'6" Cadence Bradley. You have Serenity Ritchie down low as well at 6 foot, and then the 6'1" Addie Strovel, only a junior. So their height, and then here and there trying to knock down a big 3 to light a spark for them. But overall, it'll be the styles and which one shines more that makes tonight's fight and who wins. Let's now get tonight's starting lineups, which are brought to you by the Marius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors. John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg, or call 304-263-4343. We'll start off with the visitors, the Washington Patriots, who come in tonight 8-7 overall, 6-0 in the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference, coached by Rasan Edwards. Starting tonight for Washington, a 5'3" junior guard, number 1, Mary Rivera. 5'6" junior guard, number 10, Ariana Harrison. 5'7" junior guard, number 15, Lexi Adams. 5'10" junior forward, number 24, Madison Hardy. 5'8" freshman forward, number 35, Tamia Perry. Now the starting 5 tonight for the Martinsburg Bulldogs, 12-3 overall, 6-0 in the conference, coached by Ronnie Fitzpatrick. Starting tonight for the Lady Bulldogs, a 5'7" senior, number 14, Haley Martin. 5'6" senior, number 20, Chloe Irving. 5'6" sophomore, number 21, Tiana Sanabria. 6'6" senior, number 34, Cadence Bradley. A 6 foot senior, number 42, Serenity Ritchie. We'll step aside, take a 3-minute break back at the studio, and we'll be back for opening tip-off between Washington and Martinsburg. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 3 minutes.
The City of Martinsburg Police Department is now recruiting for new officers to serve the community and to be a part of our team. Starting pay ranges from $53,813 to $70,565 depending on experience, with a raise once you are certified and a potential sign-on bonus as well. City of Martinsburg police benefits include health insurance, vacation leave, sick leave, personal time and comp time, a pension plan, paid gym membership, longevity pay, tuition assistance, and a deferred comp plan. Applicants are encouraged to apply before the February 10 exam date. Apply at cityofmartinsburg.org.
Look and feel your best this year. WVU Medicine Plastic, Cosmetic, and Reconstructive Surgery Martinsburg offers a variety of procedures to enhance your appearance. Board certified by the American Society of Plastic Surgeons, Dr. Jack Gelman specializes in tummy tucks, breast augmentation and lips, liposuction, body contouring, arm and thigh lifts, Botox, and filler injections. WVU Medicine Plastic, Cosmetic, and Reconstructive Surgery. Financing options are available. Call 304-350-3274.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
Kick off the new year in a new Toyota from CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg. We've got a great selection of your favorite Toyota models on our lot. Right now, get up to $2,200 off MSRP on a new 2024 RAV4. Or check out a new 2024 Camry and get up to $3,000 off MSRP. And every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care and our lifetime powertrain warranty. Visit us online at CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. We welcome you back here to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse as it's time for opening tip-off, brought to you by Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, representing accident injury claims for over 50 years. Go to SkinnerWins.com. Washington in the road blue uniforms, Martinsburg in the home white uniforms. It will be Hardy doing the jump ball duties for Washington, going up against the 6'6" Cadence Bradley of Martinsburg. We're underway. Bradley tips it right to Mary Rivera of Washington, so the Patriots start off with possession. Rivera passes to Harrison. Harrison dribbling around midcourt. Now goes over to the right, and we have a foul called away from the dribbler. And it looks like it's an offensive foul called against Washington with 7:48 here in the first. It'll be Martinsburg basketball. Martinsburg inbounds to Santa Bria. Goes to Ritchie in the backcourt. Ritchie will now dribble across midcourt, pick up her dribble, go down into the left corner with a pass to Martin. It goes back to Ritchie, swings it over to the right to Santa Bria. Now to Irving, back over to Tiana Santa Bria. She'll pick up her dribble and go to Ritchie. Ritchie drives to the left side, sees some space, puts up the layup, too strong off the backboard. No good, rebounded by Washington, but now an interception. Martin steals the pass, finds Irving down low. Her layup no good off the bottom of the backboard, but recovered by Tiana Sanabria, and her shot is up and good, giving Martinsburg a 2-0 lead against Washington. Now back the other way goes Washington. It's Skinner in the game getting the start tonight. Her shot, or excuse me, no, that's Adams. Layup no good. Bradley gets the ball from Martinsburg. Her jumper no good, but she gets the layup or rebound and then a layup, and that also misses as the ball now goes out of bounds off Martinsburg. It'll be Washington basketball. 6:50 left in the opening quarter. It is Martinsburg 2, Washington nothing. Harrison inbounds to Rivera. Rivera goes to Harrison in the backcourt. She'll lob over to the left. It's caught by Adams, who goes right back to Harrison, who tried to pass it to Rivera, but it's stolen by Martinsburg. Now they have the ball. Great job defensively by Santa Bria to get the steal. She goes to Ritchie. Ritchie looking into the left corner. It's caught by Martin. Martin finds Santa Bria, goes to Irving in the right corner. Irving looks back to Santa Bria. She'll get it. Now bounce pass it at the top of the key. Caught by Ritchie. Ritchie goes in the left corner, goes down low to Bradley. Bradley puts it off the backboard with the shot. It's no good. Tipped out of bounds. Last off Martinsburg, so it'll be Washington ball. 6:14 left in quarter number one. Still 2-0. Martinsburg leads Washington. Washington. It's Ariana Hairston now passing to Mary Rivera, who goes back to Hairston. Hairston at the right wing, dribbling. Kicking it out to Hardy. Hardy pump fakes. Now pulls up from the left elbow. Her shot too strong, but Hairston gets the rebound, puts it back up, banks it in. And we're tying up at 2-2 with 5:55 left here in the first. Ritchie with the ball at midcourt. Fakes a pass. Now lobs a pass over the defenders. Caught. Going down low from Santa Maria to Irving. It goes through the hands of Irving and out of bounds. And off the turnover, Washington gets the ball back. Washington inbounding it. It's Hairston now going to Adams. Adams gets double teamed. Looks at the right wing. It's Perry. Perry goes inside the arc. Pulls up. Her shot no good. Rebounded by Hardy, who kicks it out to Adams. Adams pump fakes. Drives in. Kicks it out to Hairston at the top of the key. Gets rejected at the elbow. And now Martinsburg quickly going back the other way. It's Irving, and she'll slow down now at the right wing. Wait for the rest of the team. Swing it to Martin. Martin goes to Ritchie. Down low now it's Bradley. Her shot off the mark. Rebounded by Irving. Her shot misses, and now it's Washington with it. 5 minutes left here in the first. Adams for three to try to give Washington to the lead, and it's good. 5-2 now, Washington on top as Lexi Adams from the right wing drains the three. Martin goes to Ritchie. Ritchie in motion goes to Irving in the left corner with the pass. Irving will drive into the paint, put up a layup, and it's no good, but she's fouled with 4:46 left in the first. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot as that's first foul called against Washington. So Irving now to the line to shoot two. Is that foul called against Hardy of Washington? Irving, first free throw up. Short as it just grazes the front of the rim. No good. Keeping it at 5-2. Washington leading Martinsburg. First quarter is brought to you by Brown Funeral Home and Cremation, Robert Fields & Sons, family-owned full-service funeral home in Martinsburg and one in Charlestown, Ranson, proudly serving our area since 1880. As well as CMA's Honda Winchester at 3985 Valley Pike. CMA moving lives forward. Second free throw. Too strong off the back of the rim and no good as well. Rebounded by Washington, but stolen by Martinsburg. It's now Ritchie kicking it out into the left corner. Pump fake from Martin. She now steps to the right, pulls up for three. Too strong off the side of the rim, no good. Here comes Washington down the court. It's Adams. Sees the lane wide open, but misses the layup. And now Martinsburg will turn it over as they tried to go in transition quickly. Pass too far in front of the outstretched arms of Irving goes out of bounds into the fans on the far side. And that'll make it Washington ball as the 5-on, 5-off sub-mentality for Martinsburg goes into effect now. So out there, you have Gideon, Underwood, Green, as well as Nelson and Strovel. Hairston, Rivera drives in, puts up a floater, and that is good. So Washington now has a 7-2 lead. Up by 5 are the Patriots against Martinsburg with 4 minutes left in the first. Nelson in the backcourt, just going back and forth between her and Green. They now lob a pass to Gideon. Gideon, left side layup, no good. Rebounded by Underwood. Underwood finds Green. Green drives in from the top of the key into the paint and puts up a layup, and that is good by Green, making it 7-4. Back to a one-possession game. Washington up by 3 against Martinsburg. 3.5 minutes left in the first. Down low, it's Perry with it. Loses her dribble, able to recover. Now kick it out to Hardy. 2 in the corner, rejected by Underwood. Now Underwood and Strovel double-teaming Perry. Her pass goes out of bounds. Turnover, Martinsburg basketball. What a job there by Underwood, rejecting the shot and then turning around, finding who grabbed the ball and calling for the double team with Strovel. Forcing the turnover, and now in this 3-point early lead for Washington, Martinsburg has an opportunity to cut it. Nelson passing over to Green. Green to Underwood. The left wing going down low. Sees Strovel wide open, and she lays it up and in with the finger roll, and it's a 1-point game. 3 minutes left in the first. Washington leads 7-6. Back the other way goes Harrison, and she has it stripped by Nelson. Turnover. Strovel takes it away now. It's Underwood going to Green, who will bring it down the court for Martinsburg. Green calling out the play for Martinsburg. Dribbles to the left, gets a pick, drives in, kicks it out to Nelson. Corner three, airballed, rebounded by Hairston, who finds Adams wide open down the court. She's one-on-one with Nelson and goes up for the layup. It's good, and count it, as she was fouled. That makes it 9-6, and that'll send Adams to the free throw line for the three-point play with an opportunity to make it 10-6 as that foul, the first called against, or excuse me, second called against Martinsburg. No, I was right, first. As Adams misses the free throw. Rebounded by Hardy and now stolen by Underwood. And now here goes Green down the court for Martinsburg. Green pulls up, airballed, but it's caught by Gideon. Gideon's put back also misses. Rebounded by Nelson, and she'll get tied up with Hardy. The jump ball has the possession arrow pointing with Martinsburg. Now we'll have a timeout called by Washington with 2:19 left in the first. It's Washington 9, Martinsburg 6. We'll step aside, take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
One of the questions lawyers get asked the most is, what is my case worth?
I'm Steven Skinner, and this is my brother Andrew with Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers.
The truth is, it's very difficult for a lawyer to pinpoint a number because every case is different.
We get to know each situation and we'll give you an idea of what your case is worth and why.
The sooner we get involved, the better we can do getting you the compensation you deserve.
Google Skinner Lawyers or go to skinnerwins.com. We'll treat you like family.
We welcome you back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. EPAC girls basketball here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. I'm Colin McLaughlin. Cameraman is Aiden Sensabaugh. Back at the studios, Dylan Bishop. 9-6, Washington on top of Martinsburg. 2:19 left in quarter number one. Martinsburg with the basketball, baseline inbound. It's Green inbounding to Underwood. Underwood down low, turnaround jumper, banks it in, and now it's back to a one-point game as Underwood with her first 2 points for Martinsburg. 2 minutes left in the first. Adams with it, spin around, puts up the layup on the left side. Too strong, rebounded by Underwood for Martinsburg. She'll bounce pass over to Green, and Green backcourt slows it down now, dribbling with her right hand, standing on the Bulldog logo, breaks the strike, passes over to Gideon, and Gideon will be called with a push-off. That offensive foul is the second team foul called against Martinsburg. So now they have 2. Washington has 1 here in the first quarter. Minute 50 left. It's still Washington 9, Martinsburg 8. Long inbound pass caught just a foot away from the midcourt line. Now in the backcourt, we have a pass to Harrison for Washington. She'll break midcourt with a dribble, guarded very closely by Nelson. It's Harrison trying to find space, and we have a foul called right in front of the Martinsburg bench as Nelson not happy with the call. Her teammates, though, trying to fire her up with the intensity that they liked from her. But the reach-in foul against Nelson is her second, team third. So minute 39 left in the first. Adams to inbound for Washington, trying to call somebody over to avoid the 5-second call. Bounce passes it to Adams, who gets double-teamed, finds Perry. Perry will go over here. It's caught by Michaels. Michaels with the basketball, driving in, puts up the shot. Too strong, no good. Rebounded by Adams. Excuse me, that's Skinner, who now passes to Adams. Adams gets a pick, drives to the lane, puts up a floater. No good. Rebounded by Nelson for Martinsburg. Minute 10 left in the first. Nelson trying to go coast to coast, dribbles herself into the left corner, picks it up. Now will be double teamed, dishes it down low to Green. Green dribbles out of trouble. Still trying to find somebody. Finds Underwood. Goes to Gideon. Gideon down low to Strovel. Strovel puts up a shot way too strong. Now we have a foul underneath the basket as Adams got the rebound and got smacked by Nelson. That's Nelson's third, team fourth of the quarter. It looks like the 5 starters for Martinsburg will now take the floor for the remainder of the quarter. So we have 52.2 seconds left. It is Washington 9, Martinsburg 8. So yeah, Martin, Irving, Santa Maria, Bradley, and Ritchie back on the court for the Bulldogs. Adams, bounce passing to Rivera. Rivera back to Adams. Adams breaks midcourt, loses her dribble. It's stolen by Martin. 3v2 now for Martinsburg, but Martin slows down and goes to Bradley at midcourt. Bradley goes back to Martin. Martin starts her dribble once and passes over to the far side. It's caught at the right wing by Irving, who'll go back to Martin at the top of the key, who goes to Ritchie, standing just to her left. Ritchie back to Martin, 2 feet away from her on her right at midcourt, standing on the Bulldog logo. 20 seconds left. Martin goes to the right, doesn't see the space, picks up her dribble, goes to Ritchie. Ritchie down low to Bradley. Bradley gets triple teamed, still puts up the shot, no good. Rebound, no good by Santa Maria. Now the ball tipped around and caught in between the legs of Cadence Bradley. And they're going to call a jump ball, it looks like, with 5.5 seconds left. And the possession arrow will give the ball to Washington. Washington inbounds to Rivera, who goes back to Skinner. Skinner to Adams. Adams, 1 second, pulls up for 3 off the front of the rim, no good. So at the end of 1, it is Washington 9, Martinsburg 8. We'll step aside and take a 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
I do.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
I can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had one job.
It's between girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
Back here to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse as we get ready for the second quarter. It is the Washington Lady Patriots on top of Martinsburg right now. Close one, 9-8, low-scoring first quarter. It's these two cross-county rivals feeling each other out so far. Both teams undefeated at 6-0 in the conference, fighting for that top spot. Bragging rights in the region. Martin with the ball. So we start off the second quarter for Martinsburg with the possession. Martin picks up her dribble at the left wing, goes down low to Ritchie. Ritchie down low to Bradley behind her, and Bradley unable to get the pass, and now Washington flying down the court quickly in transition. It's Rivera trying to weave through the defenders, now picks up her dribble, give it to Hairston. Hairston goes over to her left. It's caught by Skinner, who dribbles to the top of the key, passes to Rivera, now sets a pick. Rivera puts up for the shot, no good, tipped around, and Bradley gets the rebound. Now we have a foul called down low as Bradley was hauling that one in. And it looks like we might have the foul called against Bradley. It looks like they're going to say she pushed off to create the space that she had, which makes some sense as to why we saw some people flying onto the floor. So that's the first foul of the quarter against Martinsburg. Inbound to Michaels as Michaels puts up a shot. No good from the right elbow. Rebounded by Irving. Irving to Santa Maria. Santa Maria down the left side. Turns around with her dribble. Now goes to Ritchie at the left elbow. Ritchie down low. Caught by Irving at the left block. Puts up the shot. No good. Rebounded by Michaels, who goes to Hairston. Minute into the second quarter, it's still Washington 9, Martinsburg 8. Hairston with it at the top of the key. Goes to Michaels at the right elbow. And she loses her footing and will turn it over while doing so, giving it to Santa Maria Martinsburg. Tiana Santa Maria goes down low to Bradley. Bradley posts up, puts up an easy shot, and that one's good as Bradley, with her first 2 points tonight, gives Martinsburg the 10-9 lead. It's Skinner with it, passing over to Hairston. Hairston goes to Michaels at the left wing, who goes back to Hairston, who will slow things down now for Washington, dribbling with her left hand. Calling a pick, now moving over, going to Skinner. Skinner thinks about the three. Instead, puts up a long two at the top of the arc. Misses, and it's rebounded by Haley Martin easily for Martinsburg, and she'll take it down the court herself at midcourt now with the dribble. Picking it up and bounce passing it to Ritchie. Ritchie standing there. guarded by Michaels. Go to the left corner to Santabria, who immediately catches it and passes down low to Bradley. Bradley puts up a shot in the paint. It's no good. Rebounded by Washington. Rivera slows down to allow Irving to collide with her, and that results in the foul against Irving. Smart job there by Rivera, who was coming down in transition and decided to wait for the rest of the team. And once she stopped, Irving kept going and almost ran her over. It's that foul. Irving's first, team second of the quarter. With 5:55 left in the second, it's Martinsburg 10, Washington 9 here in girls basketball action at the field house. So Rivera gets a pick, puts up a long high three, and that way off the mark, air balls. Rebounded directly by Strovel for Martinsburg. Martinsburg with all three of the 6-foot-plus players in this right now. And now a steal by Rivera, all alone, right side layup is good by Rivera, giving Washington the 11-10 lead. But as I was saying, you have Bradley, Ritchie, and Strovel all out there right now for Martinsburg, trying to use the size to the advantage, but another bad pass resulting in a deflection and a steal for Washington. Hairston, top of the key, and an offensive foul called against Michaels as a moving screen trying to create some space for Hairston. So that's Michaels first, team first of the quarter for Washington. Now it looks like we'll have Underwood check in for Martinsburg for Strovel. So you have Santabria, Martin, Irving, Bradley, and Underwood in for the Bulldogs. Rivera, Hairston, Hardy, Skinner, and Michaels in for Washington. 5 minutes left in the second. It's Washington 11, Martinsburg 10. Santabria passing to Martin. Martin over to Irving at the left wing. She'll catch it, pick up her dribble. Now goes to Ritchie at the top of the key. Ritchie picks up her dribble after dribbling it twice and going back to Irving, who motioned over to her right side. They now go down low to Underwood. Underwood kicks it out to Santabria. Right wing three. Hits around the rim, then touches the backboard, then around the rim a few more times before falling through. 13-11 Martinsburg now, and they get a steal the other end. Martin on the left side, going down low, kicking it out to Irving. And a timeout will be called by Martinsburg. We'll take the 30-second break with them. 4:23 left here in the second. It is now 13-11, Martinsburg leading Washington. This is West Virginia High School Girls Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
We welcome you back here to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10. Cameraman is Aiden Sensible. Back at the studio is Dylan Bishop as Martinsburg now leads 13-11 over Washington here in the battle for the one spot in the EPAC. As Martinsburg has just took the lead thanks to a three-pointer by Tiana Santabria. Martinsburg now with the ball off the quick turnover at Santabria, putting up another three, this time too strong off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Rivera. Rivera gets double-teamed. Her pass, she tried to lob it to her left across the court, intended for Hairston, actually hit the back of the backboard since she was underneath the basket, almost in that right corner of the court. And that results in a baseline inbound now for Martinsburg. Martin inbounds to Irving. Irving goes back to Martin in the right corner. She pulls up for three. It grazes the rim. No good. Rebounded by Adams for Washington. Adams with 4 minutes left. Bring it down the court here in the second quarter. Finds Rivera wide open in the left corner. And bang goes Rivera with the three and giving Washington a 14-13 lead here in the second. Rivera now with half of the points for Washington. 7 of the 14. It's Martin, the left wing. Goes over to Irving. Irving tried to go down low and just lobbed it way over top of Martin. Nowhere close to her as it bounces out of bounds, and Washington will get the ball. No, they say Martinsburg with the ball. I guess they say somebody deflected it. Did not see that from our viewpoint, but Martinsburg basketball. Inbound, though, stolen as Martin tried to go to Underwood, and now Harrison down the court puts up a layup, too strong off the backboard, and rebounded by Bradley for Martinsburg. Missed opportunity there for Washington as now Santabria down the side. Left-hand layup is good. Count it, and the foul. As that foul will be called against Adams. Martinsburg takes the 15-14 lead. Tiana Santabria now with 7 points as well. Goes to the line, try to make it 8. 3:28 left here in the second, your second quarter. It's brought to you by Craig Blair for State Senate, the Eastern Panhandle's first and only Senate President and Lieutenant Governor, fiscal and social conservative who's making West Virginia great again by cutting taxes and creating jobs. Let's re-elect Craig Blair in 2024. Second quarter also brought to you by Orsini's Home Store, not just appliance store anymore. Visit them at 360 Hack Wilson Way or online at orsinis.com. Santabria makes the free throw, making it 16-14 Martinsburg on top of Washington. 3:20 left here in the second. Rivera with it for Washington at the right wing. Tries to weave through two defenders, driving the right lane, and collides with Bradley, whose feet were moving. So Bradley will be called with a blocking foul. 3:16 left here in the second. Actually, it looks like they call that foul against Santabria, not Bradley with the reach. So Santabria picks up her first foul instead of Bradley getting her second. The inbound deflected, but still brought down. Jumping up and catching it was Adams. She'll now lob a pass all the way across the court to Rivera. Her pass back over to the other side, caught by Harrison, who finds Perry in the paint. Perry dribbles out of the paint on the high post at the right side. Now we have a travel called against Harrison, and she's not happy with that one, looking at the referee with her hands on her hips, disagreeing with that call. 3:01 left in the second. Martinsburg gets the ball off the travel violation, up 16-14 here against Washington. It'll be Ritchie inbounding it. Our bounce pass goes straight to Santabria, who will slowly dribble down the court. Santabria met at midcourt now by Rivera, which results in her picking up her dribble, passing to Ritchie, who goes to Green. Green, guarded against Skinner, dribbles over to the right wing, passes right in front of her to the person that was originally setting a pick for her, being Ritchie. And Ritchie, not happy that she got the ball there, because immediately the two players next to her go and grab the ball from her, resulting in a jump ball in the possession arrow, giving it to Washington. 2:39 left here in the second. Washington basketball. It's Skinner running the point now for the Lady Patriots. Skinner bounce passing to Adams. Adams on the right side drives in. Jukes past somebody. Puts up the shot around the rim. No good. Rebounded by Underwood. She'll be fouled underneath the basket. And now we go down to the other end. No. Thought for some reason that it might be double bonus time. It is not. That foul called against Hardy, her second for Washington, with 2:25 left in the second. Substitute coming in for Washington. Ball inbounded here for Ritchie, bringing it down the court for Martinsburg. Almost has it stolen. She picks up her dribble, now trying to find somebody, and it's eventually now stolen by Adams. Adams, the nudge from behind, bounce passes over to the right side, layup up and good, and Washington ties it up at 16-16. Green, down low to Strovel, and Strovel off the glass and in, gives the lead back to Martinsburg at 18-16. Skinner goes to Rivera. Saw a push away as Adams thought there should have been a foul. There was no call. Now another shot down low, tipped around and no good. Rebounded by Martinsburg. Minute and a half left here in the second. It's Martinsburg 18, Washington 16. Ritchie slowly bringing it down the court for Martinsburg. It's Ritchie and over to Santabria. Santabria down low to Strovel. Her shot in the paint, no good. It'll be deflected out of bounds with a minute 13 left. The possession will stay with Martinsburg. Sub coming in, it's Martin for Santa Bria. Green will inbound for Martinsburg. Green looking for somebody to pass to. Lobs the pass. Deflected by Bradley and now stolen by Washington. It's Rivera, right side layup in transition. No good. Ball tipped around and fighting for it with two players, but Rivera brings it down. Now they swing it around. Three-pointer at the left wing, up and good by Lexi Adams. Washington takes a 19-18 lead with under a minute left here in the second. It's Ritchie with it. Bounce passing to Bradley. Bradley pivoting around. Her pass deflected, stolen by Perry. Perry goes to Adams. Adams dribbling down the court. Puts up a shot. No good. Foul called, stopping the clock with 34.8 seconds left in the second. They say it was a foul on the floor, so Adams will not go to the free throw line. Instead, it will be a baseline inbound for Washington. That foul called against Martin, her first, team fourth of the quarter for Martinsburg. Inbound, Perry. Perry kicking it out to Rivera, now at the right wing. Long three off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Green for Martinsburg, and she'll slow things down, wait for the rest of her team go down the court. Now she lobs the pass down court as she saw Strovel there. Her shot no good in the paint. Rebounded by Washington. 15 seconds left, and we have a timeout called at midcourt. Falling down was Adams. She's not happy. She gets helped up. And that timeout stopping the clock with 16.2 seconds left here in the second. It is Washington 19, Martinsburg 18. We'll take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
It's the return of West Virginia High School boys basketball on TV 10, featuring the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference.
Barkley's got the steal all by himself. He'll go up for the two-handed slam dunk.
Join us for the 2023-2024 season as we'll have over 40 games of EPAC boys hoops. Our first broadcast is December 6th. We'll take you all the way through the regional championships. It's EPAC boys basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Welcome you back here to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse as Washington called a full timeout there. 16.2 seconds left before halftime as Washington leads Martinsburg 19-18. So not a high-scoring game as expected here between these two defensive-minded teams, and competitive one as well as expected between the two teams with the best conference records, as both are 6-0 in the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference. Martinsburg 12-3 overall. Washington 8-7 overall, but don't let that record fool you, as they only have one loss to a team within the state of West Virginia. As Hairston inbounds to Rivera, it's caught at the volleyball line. She'll now go to the right wing for Adams, who drives in, puts up a layup, but it's rejected by Bradley, and they say that there was contact made, so that'll send Adams to the free throw line for a shooting foul with 10.8 seconds left, as that is Cadence Bradley's second foul, team fifth of the quarter. Adams, 8 points tonight so far, leading the way for Washington. First free throw up off the front of the rim and no good, as Adams now 0 for 2 from the free throw line. She's the only Washington Patriot so far to shoot from that free throw line, as the second free throw up. That one is good, giving her 9 points and making it 20-18. Washington leading Martinsburg, as Martin catches the inbound, now goes to Santa Maria, dribbles into the left corner, loses it, stolen by Perry. Perry to Rivera. Rivera bringing it down, 1 second left, and does not get the shot off in time, even though it was up and good somehow, but it doesn't count. So at the half, that is Washington 20, Martinsburg 18. So both teams go into the locker room now. We'll step aside and take a 2-minute break, then be back for our halftime show. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Manchin Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
The W.B. Rockefeller Neuroscience Institute Martinsburg clinics have moved to a new location. Our R&I team has moved to a larger custom-designed suite on the third floor of the Spring Mills Medical Office Building at 61 Campus Drive. R&I teams now located in the new Spring Mills office include physical medicine and rehabilitation, neurosurgery, and neurology. We look forward to welcoming patients at this new location in Spring Mills. For more info, call 304-596-5038.
Have you been smoking? I can smell it. Hickory.
I'm gonna watch you smoke the whole pack. Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Have you been smoking? I can smell it. Hickory.
I'm gonna watch you smoke the whole pack. Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Heffley Motor Company off I-81 at 993 Hedgesville Road is a family-owned and operated business providing the Eastern Panhandle with the highest quality pre-owned vehicles and customer service since 1997. Heffley is a pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Call us at 304-267-7172 or see us at 993 Hedgesville Road. If you want to sell your car, we buy cars too. Check us out at Heffley.com. The Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
We welcome you back here to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse as we've hit halftime between the Washington Lady Patriots and the Martinsburg Lady Bulldogs, as it's Washington leading Martinsburg 20-18. Halftime show is brought to you by the Manchin Ferretti Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. Only 2 points separate these two, and let's now get into tonight's first half stats, which are brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department, Prevent, Promote, Protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. We'll start with the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Leading scorer so far for them is Tiana Sanabria with 8 points, followed by Addie Strovel with 4 points, and then Cadence Bradley, as well as Jordan Green and Ava Underwood. All three of those have 2 points each. For Washington, the leading scorers Lexi Adams with 9, followed by Mary Rivera with 7. And then you have 2 points for Ariana Harrison and 2 more, I believe, for Elena Johnson. I believe that's who's wearing number 23 tonight for Washington. Not 100% sure in that, so if I am incorrect, I'll make sure to get the change. But for now, we'll step aside, take a 2-minute break here, and on the other side of that break, you'll hear from Dylan Bishop back at the studio as we have a similar score in boys basketball between Jefferson and Hedgesville at the half. He'll have that for you. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The City of Martinsburg Police Department is now recruiting for new officers to serve the community and to be a part of our team. Starting pay ranges from $53,813 to $70,565 depending on experience, with a raise once you are certified and a potential sign-on bonus as well. City of Martinsburg police benefits include health insurance, vacation leave, sick leave, personal time, and comp time, a pension plan, paid gym membership, longevity pay, tuition assistance, and a deferred comp plan. Applicants are encouraged to apply before the February 10 exam date. Apply at cityofmartinsburg.org.
Kick off the new year in a new Toyota from CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg. We've got a great selection of your favorite Toyota models on our lot. Right now, get up to $2,200 off MSRP on a new 2024 RAV4. Or check out a new 2024 Camry and get up to $3,000 off MSRP. And every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care and our lifetime powertrain warranty. Visit us online at CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
The Classical Christian Academy at Bethel is helping create extraordinary futures.
So we've seen improvements in our boys on the, as I said, arithmetic, reading and writing.
I worked in the county, I worked in public school, and that's what I knew. And I knew I wanted to be able to give her more. So I would recommend this to anyone.
You know, our daughter has thrived here.
The family-like environment is exactly what she needed.
The Classical Christian Academy at Bethel in Martinsburg, equipping children to lead lives of significant impact.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Welcome into the N1 Halftime Scoreboard Show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Dylan Bishop here. As at halftime, the EPAC girls basketball matchup between Washington and Martinsburg, it's 20-18. Washington over Martinsburg. One other score in the EPAC from tonight right now. On the boys' side, Jefferson beating Hedgesville at halftime 20-19. Get you some scores from around the NBA, some other basketball we have going on right now. The Rockets and Pacers are at 81-75 in the third quarter. Mavericks up by 20 points on the Nets 4 minutes before halftime. Heat up 35-22, in the second quarter. Knicks up big on the Grizzlies, 52-28 in the second quarter. And Timberwolves and Bulls just getting started, 9-6 Minnesota. Again, it is 20-18. Washington currently leading Martinsburg in EPAC girls basketball right now. Take another break, and we'll get you back to Colin for the second half of that one. This has been the AM1 Halftime Scoreboard Show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
Finally, West Virginia is moving in the right direction. As your West Virginia Senate President, Craig Blair has passed the most conservative legislative agenda in the nation. He has fought for our values like banning elective abortions, protecting our Second Amendment rights, and prevented boys from playing in girls' sports. Senator Craig Blair championed the largest tax cut in the history of our state. Craig Blair, a strong conservative leader. Promises made, promises kept. This election, vote for Republican Craig Blair for State Senate. Paid for by the committee to re-elect Craig Blair.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Heffley Motor Company off I-81 at 993 Hedgesville Road is a family-owned and operated business providing the Eastern Panhandle with the highest quality pre-owned vehicles and customer service since 1997. Heffley is a pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Call us at 304-267-7172 or see us at 993 Hedgesville Road. If you want to sell your car, we buy cars too. Check us out at Heffley.com. The Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Welcome back here to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse as we are ready for the second half of West Virginia High School EPAC girls basketball as the Washington Patriots hold a 20-18 lead on the road here against the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Cameraman is Aiden Sensible. Back at the studio is Dylan Bishop, who you just heard from with the very close halftime score and low-scoring game between Jefferson and Hedgesville in boys basketball. It's well only 2019 score at the half between those two. He'll have a final score for you during the post-game scoreboard show. But for now, we are getting ready to start here the third quarter. Right now, both teams will go out onto the court with their starting 5 from the beginning of the game. And it will be Martinsburg inbounding in the backcourt on the left side. It's caught by Martin. We're underway here in quarter number 3. Martin dribbling it across midcourt, handing it to Ritchie. Ritchie picks up her dribble at the volleyball line, now lobs a pass to the left wing to Bradley, who hands it to Santa Maria. Santa Maria has it deflected, but into the hands of Martin, fortunately for her. Goes to Bradley, goes to Ritchie at the left wing, goes down low. Bradley, who gets triple team, now crashing in. She finds Irving, and Irving, wide open, will give Martinsburg a tie at 20-20 with that made two-pointer. Rivera with it for Washington. Goes to Hardy, who goes to Harrison, to Perry at the left wing, who hands it to Rivera. Rivera pulls up for 3 off the side of the rim, no good. Takes a bounce off the court and then brought in by Martin for Martinsburg. Martin drives to right side, pulls up, puts up a shot, and it's good, and Martinsburg now leads 22-20. Rivera quickly bringing it down for Washington. And she loses her dribble in the left corner, kicking it out to Harrison, who pulls for 3 from the wing. That too strong, rebounded by Perry. Perry puts up the putback. That no good, rebounded by Bradley, who looks down and finds Martin. 2v1 now for Martinsburg. It's Martin. Goes to Bradley, who's trailing behind. And now a jump ball possession arrow. Gives it to Washington. 6:38 here in the third. It's Martinsburg 22, Washington 20, as Martinsburg has started off the third quarter with a 4-0 run. Adams bounce passing it across to the front court now. Caught by Harrison. Harrison goes to Rivera, standing on the left ear of the Bulldog logo. Now she goes onto the collar, now dribbles to the right side. Will hand it over at the right wing to Harrison. Dribbles with her left hand over to her left. At the top of the key, she'll pick up her dribble, go to the right wing. It's caught by Adams, who drives in, puts up a contested shot. Wanted the contact for a foul call, doesn't get it. And now Martinsburg goes back the other way. It's Irving with it, dribbling to the right wing and then passing to Ritchie just to her left. And now she'll swing it over to Martin, who goes and lobs a pass down low to Bradley. Bradley puts up a shot in the paint. It's no good, rebounded by Irving. And Irving tries to go up strong with the putback. And it's dragged down, and that'll send her to the free throw line to shoot 2, as that foul called against Washington's Harrison, her first, team first of the quarter. 5:52 left here in quarter number 3. It's Irving to the free throw line, trying to extend the 22-20 Martinsburg lead. Free throw up, and good by Irving, making it 23-20. Irving gets the basketball back for her second free throw now. Irving trying to redeem herself from earlier when she went 0 for 2 at the free throw line and misses this one, but it's rebounded by Martin, who goes over to Irving. Pass deflected by Rivera, out of bounds into the bench of Martinsburg. Will be an inbound now for the Bulldogs. Ritchie will inbound directly down below us. We have a time called here as the official tells Perry to give a little bit more space on the inbound. It's Ritchie. Inbounds into the right corner, and it's deflected by Adams. The pass intended for Martin goes out of bounds. We'll have another inbound now instead of on the left side of the Martinsburg bench. It's on the right side. Inbound to Martin. Her pass tries to go back to Ritchie's deflected. Ritchie, though, able to track it down, catch it. Now she's at the top of the key, goes over the left corner, finds Santa Maria, puts up a 3. It's off the side of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Martinsburg. Irving puts up a shot down low, and that is good. Now it's 25-20, a 7-0 run for Martinsburg here in the third. Adams tries to quiet down Martinsburg, puts up the 2, and it's good, making it 25-22 as Adams with 11 points now for Washington. So that stops the 7-0 Martinsburg run here in the first 3 minutes of quarter number 3. It's Martinsburg with it for 1. Goes to Ritchie from Martin. Goes down to Bradley. Bradley loses it. It's stolen by Adams. Adams dribbling down the right side. Puts up a layup. No good. Rebounded by Perry. Perry finds Hardy. Hardy's jumper, too strong, no good. Rebounded by Irving, and Irving brings it down. Now will be tied up with Rivera. The jump ball has the possession arrow, keeping it with Martinsburg with 4:48 left here in the third. It's Martinsburg 25, Washington 22. Washington going with a full court press now, trying to change things up here against Martinsburg as the inbound to Martin. It goes to Ritchie. Ritchie goes to Strovel. It goes to Martin. Now goes to Irving at the right wing, and Irving's pass goes through the hands of Strovel in the paint, but recovered over at the left wing by Irving, who goes to Martin. Right wing three, no good. Deflected down low. Ritchie finds it and says thank you very much, puts it up and in. That's Ritchie's first 2 points. It's now back to a 5-point lead for Martinsburg. 27-22 is now a shot on the other end. No good. Rebounded by Martinsburg with 4:15 left here in the third. Irving goes to Ritchie. Ritchie bounce passes over to Martin. Martin dribbling. Goes to the right wing. It's caught by Irving, who swings it over to Santabria at the left side. Santabria down low to Irving. Irving spin around, puts up a layup, and that's good. As Irving now has 7 points here in the third quarter, making it 29-22. Martinsburg extending the lead here against Washington with a big third quarter. Adams finds space, drives the right baseline, and puts up an easy shot. That makes it 29-24. Strovel now gets the lob down low, puts up a shot, and gets hacked from behind. That'll send Addy Strovel to the free throw line. And we have a timeout called by Rasan Edwards of Washington. We'll take a break with them, a 30-second break. 3:38 left in the third. It's Martinsburg 29, Washington 24. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 30. Welcome back here to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. Third quarter brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to FordHagerstown.com, as well as Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. Call 304-263-3361. Inbound for Martinsburg instead of a shooting foul, and now they will call Martin as she on the inbound was not allowed to move, and she took a step over to her right, so that results in a turnover, and Washington gets the ball. Thought there was a shooting foul, but I guess they say when Strovel was fouled that it was not in the act of shooting, so Washington with it now. Skinner, the right elbow, passes down low to Hardy. Hardy tried to go up with a shot, but it's swatted through and out of bounds by Cadence Bradley of Martinsburg, so it'll be Washington basketball. 5-point lead for Martinsburg. The quick inbound to Hardy, who finds Rivera. Rivera pump fakes, now puts up a floater, and that one's good by Rivera. The lead cut down to 29-26 for Martinsburg here against Washington. Santabria with it at the right wing. Goes down low to Strovel. Strovel, shot up, no good. Rebounded by Washington. It's Rivera weaving through three defenders, losing her dribble as it was deflected. It goes to Hardy, and now they find Skinner. Skinner from the right wing banks in a three, and we're tied at 29. First 3 points tonight for Skinner. And with 2:48 left, clock winding down here in the third, it's 29 apiece between the two best in the EPAC, and now we have a foul called away from the basketball. Waiting to see who that's against. Stopping the clock with 2:41 left in the third, as it looks like it's a call against Washington. So that's Washington's second team foul. Inbound to Ritchie, who is crashing in, and she'll catch it and put it up and in. Martinsburg retakes the lead now at 31-29. Adams with it for Washington, going down low, it's caught. Left high post, kicking it out to Rivera. Her two-pointer from the corner, no good. Rebounded by Bradley. Bradley goes to Ritchie now, who will dribble down the court for Martinsburg. She'll pass it to Martin at the left wing. Martin gets a pick from Ritchie as she goes over and dribbles to the top of the key. We'll pass to Sanabria. Sanabria guarded closely by Rivera. Gets a hard pick, and no foul called on the screen. And that stops the clock with 2:07 as they say that Irving, with the motion screen, will be called with her second foul. Team first of the quarter. It's Adams with it for Washington. Dribbling over to the left side. She'll hand it to Skinner at the wing. And go to the stripe and now kick it out to Hardy at the right wing. She'll drive to the right elbow, put up a shot. It's no good. Rebounded by Washington. The putback also misses. Bradley gets the rebound and now will be tied up. The jump ball has the possession error, it looks like, pointing Washington's way. No, they actually called a foul. Foul. Third of the quarter. Second against Johnson. It's Ritchie. It's the inbound. Goes to Sanabria in the backcourt. Back to Ritchie. Ritchie passes it across to Bradley. And Bradley intended the pass to Sanabria. It's stolen by Rivera. Rivera at the left wing picks up her dribble. Bounce passes behind her. It's caught by Skinner. Skinner dribbles over to the left. Now finds Rivera. Rivera goes into the left corner. Kicks it out to the wing for Skinner. Goes to Hardy. Hardy, a high right elbow, puts up a shot. It's no good. Rebounded by Ritchie. And now we have a foul called with 1:17 left here in the third. It's Martinsburg 31, Washington 29. That foul called against Washington. That's the third there against number 23, team fourth. Ritchie to inbound from Martinsburg. On by Sanabria, goes right back to Ritchie. Ritchie dribbles a few times, then goes back to Sanabria, goes to Bradley. Bradley, Gideon driving the right baseline, and Gideon puts up a layup. That's good. And that makes it 33-29. Martinsburg up by 4, a minute left in the third. Adams, her dribble deflected. And now it's Skinner. Skinner brings it down in the backcourt. It was touched by Martinsburg, so no violation. Adams tried to pass and kick it out and send it to Michaels in the corner, but it's deflected, stolen by Gideon. Now Gideon at midcourt will be fouled. And that'll be double bonus time now for Martinsburg, as that's the fifth team foul of the quarter against Washington with 44.8 seconds left in the third. It's that foul. Waiting to see who it was called against for Washington. It looks like they charged it to Hardy. That's her third, as Gideon goes to the line to shoot two. Gideon, first free throw shot up and good for Martinsburg, as they now lead 34-29. We have a substitute coming in for Washington as King checks in. Gideon, second free throw shot up off the front of the rim, no good. Tipped around and rebounded by Martin, but Martin's pass gets deflected, and now everybody fighting for possession. It'll go out of bounds. And it looks like they say it last went off Washington, so Martinsburg will keep possession with 39 seconds left in the third. Ritchie will inbound it right in front of her bench. She'll inbound it over to the left side near the scorer's table. It's caught by Gideon. Gideon looking for the play call from Coach Fitzpatrick. 30 seconds left, clock winding down in the third. They pass over to the left side to Sanabria, goes back to Gideon, back to Sanabria. Sanabria at the volleyball line. Goes into the left corner for Ritchie, who goes back over to Sanabria, back to Ritchie. Ritchie thinks about it, then goes back to Sanabria. 15 seconds left here in the third. Sanabria goes to Bradley, who goes to Gideon. Finds Martin in the right corner. Goes to Bradley at the right elbow, and Bradley, as soon as she catches it, gets double-teamed. And a jump ball on the tie-up will give the ball to Washington because of the possession error with 8.2 seconds left. A sub. Come in. It's Harrison checking in for King here for the final 8.2 seconds for Washington. As Harrison inbounds to Rivera. Rivera will dribble it down at midcourt. Now across midcourt. Going into the paint. Puts up a layup. No good. Rebounded by Bradley. And that's the end of quarter number 3. And it's Martinsburg with the lead now here. 34-29 over Washington will step aside, take a 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at FordofHagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
Welcome back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse as we enter the fourth quarter, final quarter of regulation, as it's Martinsburg 34, Washington 29, as Martinsburg with a huge third quarter outscoring Washington 16-9 in that quarter to get the lead for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs with the basketball. It's Sanabria trying to go overhead with a pass, jumping up and swatting it out of bounds is Rivera. Now Martinsburg will inbound over on the far side of the court. Ritchie smacks the ball to get her players moving. They inbound down low to Bradley, who goes to Martin at the right elbow, goes to the left elbow. It's caught by Ritchie. Her shot is good. 36-29 now. Martinsburg leads Washington. Lexi Adams bringing it down the floor for Washington. She'll go to Skinner. Skinner, the top of the key, dribbling over to the left elbow. Looks behind her. It's caught by Rivera with the pass, who puts up a floater and gets drilled by Cadence Bradley when she went up for the shot. Just looked like she ran into a brick wall as the 6'6" Cadence Bradley stood there going up against the 5'3" Mary Rivera. Fortunately, she's okay, but she'll now go to the free throw line to shoot two, as that's Bradley's third. First of the quarter for Martinsburg, as the free throw up and no good by Rivera. Rivera's second free throw shot up, and that one is good, as Rivera now has 10 points tonight for Washington, making it 36-30. Martinsburg leading Washington. Martin, her pass deflected, but still gets to Ritchie, goes back to Martin in the backcourt. Now we have a timeout called as the ball was being thrown away into the stands. Martinsburg fortunately gets that timeout off in time before the 10-second violation. We'll take the 30-second break with them. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
The Classical Christian Academy at Bethel is helping create extraordinary futures.
So we've seen improvements in our boys on the, as I said, arithmetic, reading and writing.
I worked in the county, I worked in public school, and that's what I knew. And I knew I wanted to be able to give her more. So I would recommend this to anyone.
You know, our daughter has thrived here. The family-like environment is exactly what she needed.
The Classical Christian Academy at Bethel in Martinsburg, equipping children to lead lives of significant impact.
Here at Martinsburg High School, inside the Martinsburg Fieldhouse, as the Lady Bulldogs lead the Washington Lady Patriots 36-30. Here with 7:21 left in the fourth quarter, as your fourth quarter is brought to you by Parsons Ford, 1400 Shepherdstown Road, and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first, Parsons, as well as the Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results. If you're looking for a home, tri-state area, they have you covered. After the Martinsburg timeout, it'll be Bulldog basketball. Martinsburg inbounds into the backcourt. It's caught by Martin, and she'll bring it across the midcourt stripe at the Bulldog logo. Now pass over to the right side. It's caught by Sanabria. Sanabria goes to Gideon, who goes to Bradley. Bradley down low, finds Ritchie. Ritchie dribbles once, tries to go up with a shot, but Harrison takes it from her. Now it's Washington's Skinner with the basketball. Skinner bounce passes to Adams in the backcourt, and she'll dribble it across midcourt now. It's Adams slowing it down at the top of the key, goes to the left, goes down low, tries to put up a layup, but it's rejected by Bradley. Bradley gets the ball now, and here comes Martinsburg. Santa Bria, right side layup off the bottom of the backboard, no good. It looked like she tried to just initiate the contact a little bit too much instead of go up for the shot, and it looks like we have an injury on the opposite end, and that's going to have Adams go out. No. Ball was already in play first, but now finally referee stops us. You can tell Adams not okay, grabbing at her right eye. Hopefully nothing too serious for her, as it's right now the leading scorer for Washington that has to take a seat on the bench. Skinner inbounds to Rivera in the backcourt. We'll see what Rivera can do for Washington to lead them back down by 6 here against Martinsburg. She'll hand it to Hairston, and Hairston's going to be fouled by Gideon. As Gideon reached in, that's her second, team's second of the quarter. Adams quickly attended to, so it looks like she's going to try to recheck into the game. They make her go all the way to the middle of the scores table and tap before checking in. So now she's in for Michaels. The Skinner inbounds to Hairston. Hairston dribbling over to the right, goes to Rivera. Rivera right wing 3 off the mark, rebounded by Ritchie. Ritchie goes to Martin with the pass, who goes back to Ritchie, and she'll dribble down the court now. Midcourt met by Hairston, so she hands it over to Martin, who goes back to Ritchie. Ritchie dribbling, lobs a pass over top of her head, goes to Santa Bria, who drives to the left side, puts up a layup, and Santa Bria now has 10 points as she makes that up 38-30 is Martinsburg now against Washington. It's Washington as Skinner with the basketball going over to Hairston. Martinsburg fans now trying to make some noise here. 5:50 left in the fourth, up by 8 against Washington. It's Rivera passing over to Skinner, who goes into the corner for Hardy. Back to Skinner at the left wing. Skinner dribbles over to the right side. Will hand it to Adams. Adams bounce passing it to Hardy. She pulls up from the left elbow and will bank it in. That's Hardy's first 2 points tonight, making it 38-32 with 5.5 left here in the fourth. Martinsburg up by 6. They have the ball. Santa Bria with it. Lobbing a pass over to Gideon, who goes down low. Posting up Bradley. Her shot off the glass and in is Cadence Bradley. Makes it 40-32 as back and forth we go here in the fourth. It's Rivera falling to the ground, tipping it behind her to Hairston. Hairston pump fakes, now puts up a shot. It's no good. She gets her own rebound, and that one is good on the putback, making it 40-34. And Washington will call a timeout, stopping the clock here with 5:02 left in the fourth, as they only have one timeout left. We'll step aside and take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Girls Basketball, Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Back here at the Martinsburg Fieldhouse, 5:02 left in regulation. It is Martinsburg 40, Washington 34. Both teams undefeated in the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference, trying to claim sole possession of the top of the 6 schools. Timeout was called by Washington, so they've used 4 of the 5 timeouts. Martinsburg's only used 1 of its 5. Both teams now make their way over to the left side of the court, as Martinsburg will inbound. Washington will set up the press. Looks like they'll go in man for the press as well. Martin to inbound for Martinsburg. Lobs a pass over on the near side. It's deflected, and colliding are 2 Bulldogs, and somehow the ball rolls over to Santa Bria. She dribbles over to the right side, now fades away with the dribble and swings it over to Irving, who goes to Martin, back to Irving. Irving at the Bulldog logo, passes over to the right side. It's caught by Santa Bria. Santa Bria now dribbles over to the left at the Bulldog logo. She'll pass over to Martin at the left wing. Goes back to the right side for Irving, who goes to Bradley. Bradley Looks left, passes to Santa Maria. Santa Maria kicks it down low to Irving. Irving shot up, no good. She gets her own rebound, kicking it out in the left corner. Three-pointer up by Santa Maria, no good. Rebounded by Adams. Adams now dribbles out of trouble and goes down the court. Looking over to the left side, it's Rivera who pump fakes, drives the baseline. Her shot rejected again by Bradley. Cadence Bradley guarding the paint well against the 5'3" Mary Rivera, as Martinsburg now with it. 4 minutes left. Clock winding down here in the fourth. Still a 6-point lead for Martinsburg. Santa Maria with it at the left wing, dribbling back and forth, going down low to Bradley. Bradley gets double team, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebounded by Adams. Adams now looking down the court as she dribbles across midcourt. Bounce passes down low, finds Hardy wide open, and Hardy lays it up and in, making it 40-36. 4-point lead now for Martinsburg as Washington trying to come back. I have a timeout called as a player trapped there near the scores table in the midcourt line. So Martinsburg will use its second timeout. 3:38 left here in the fourth. Keep it here as this one very entertaining so far. 40-36. Martinsburg leads Washington as Washington led 9-8 at the end of the first. At halftime was up 20-18, but the difference so far being that third quarter in which Martinsburg outscored Washington 16-9, give them a 34-29 lead. And the Bulldogs lead now at 40-36 here in the fourth. As Martinsburg 12-3 overall, 6-0 in the EPAC. Washington 8-7 overall, 6-0 in the EPAC, as well as Martinsburg looking to extend its winning streak out to 7 and try to get revenge against Washington, who's beat them the last two meetings. That includes the regional championship last year by a score of 46-38, I believe. That was Washington going to the state championship as a result and ending Martinsburg's season. Both teams back out on the court ready to go as we have some confusion now, it looks like, over potential difference in the scorecards. Looks like they're just trying to figure out who should have how many timeouts left. And I think I just saw that even though I thought Washington only had one left, they might have two left. It looks like they're adding one up onto the scoreboard now for Washington to say they have two timeouts left, and it says Martinsburg only has one left, which I had them with 3 left. So, there you go. My apologies there on the confusion. But we resume. It's Martinsburg with it. Ritchie, guarded by Adams, going over to Martin. Martin swinging a pass now across here to the near side. It's caught by Irving. It goes back to Ritchie on the far side. Ritchie dribbles to the left wing, now goes out to the top. It's caught by Martin. It goes back to Ritchie at the top of the key. Goes over to Irving as they just run the triangle offense, trying to drain clock here as Martinsburg up by 4. Used to seeing that when they have the lead. Ritchie passing over to the right side. It's caught by Irving. Irving dribbles in, gets double teamed, now lobs the pass to Bradley, and Bradley has it stripped by Hardy, and we have a jump ball called. Each time Bradley gets the ball down low, you see 3 Washington Patriots just ambush her and try to tear the ball out of her arms. So the jump ball, it's the possession arrow in the favor of Washington, so now it's Harrison with the basketball, the front court. With 2:50 left here in the fourth, it's Harrison bounce passing to Hardy. Hardy looks behind her, goes to Skinner. Skinner drives into paint, puts up a shot. That taps off the back of the backboard. No good. And rebounded by Martinsburg. They go to Martin now. Martin will slow things down for Martinsburg and go over to Ritchie. Ritchie, guarded by Adams, trying to find somebody. Finds Irving. Irving, the top of the key. Try to dribble against Harrison. and avoid the 5-second violation by passing over to Santabria. Santabria goes over and passes to Martin. Martin finds Ritchie. Ritchie goes down low. Pass deflected, caught by Irving. Goes to Bradley, and Bradley will be fouled on the floor, stopping the clock with 2:10 left in the fourth. Is that only the first team foul of the quarter for Washington? Looks like they called that foul against Hairston. That's her second foul. Martin inbounds over to the left corner. Santabria pump fakes, and now will pass over to the wing on the left side for Irving, who goes back to Santabria, back to Irving. Irving dribbles near midcourt, passes over to Martin. Martin almost has it stolen by Hairston, but she goes to Bradley quickly. Goes down low, finds Santabria. Santabria drives the left baseline, tried to go up with the layup, and will be fouled with 1:55 left here in the fourth. That'll send her to the free throw line to shoot two. It's that foul. Second team foul called against Washington of the quarter. And it'll be the fourth foul called here against Johnson. First free throw up, and missing it is Santabria. So that keeps it at 40-36. As Perry now enters for Washington. So you have Perry, Rivera, Johnson, Adams, and Skinner on the court for the Patriots. Free throw attempt number 2 up, and that one also misses. And we have a jump ball down low. Good call there on the tie-up for the rebound. Possession arrow gives it to Martinsburg. Martin to inbound, lobbing the pass out, caught by Irving. Irving, Martin, Santabria. Tries to go underneath with the left-handed scoop layup, and it's no good. Great job by her in attempting it as the ball goes out of bounds. And for her, it was last off Washington, so Martinsburg keeps possession with 1:41 left in the fourth. Still up 40-36. Inbound to Ritchie down low, wide open. Her shot no good. Ball tipped around, and bringing it in is Irving. Irving goes to Ritchie. Ritchie at the right wing, picks up her dribble, gets double team, goes down low to Bradley. Bradley post up, turn around, puts up a shot. It's no good. Rebounded by Adams. Adams quickly going down the court for Washington. Adams finds Johnson wide open, but she misses the layup. It's rebounded by Bradley, and Bradley, frustrating, tried to create some space, clearly threw an elbow, and catching it's the official. So that's Bradley's fourth foul. And that gives the ball with 1:16 left here in the fourth to Washington. Prize nothing extra called on that elbow foul called. Inbound deflected, and now stolen by Martin for Martinsburg. Martinsburg lobbing a pass down to Bradley. Bradley goes behind to Santabria. Santabria guarded by Rivera. Goes to Ritchie. Ritchie, Bradley. Bradley to Santabria to Martin, who goes down low, finds Irving wide open in the paint. And she'll lay it up and in. It's good with 54.1 seconds left, and that looks like it might be the dagger for Martinsburg as they're up by 6. And Washington calls another timeout. Full timeout, so we'll take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Girls Basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
We welcome you back here to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. 54.1 seconds left on the clock here in the fourth quarter. It's the Martinsburg Lady Bulldogs leading the Washington Patriots 42-36 as Martinsburg trying to hold on to the lead here at home. Huge shot down low by Irving. She has 9 points now, all coming in the second half. They try to bring in Gideon here. She's being told that she can't come in yet. It'll be Washington inbounding in the backcourt. Rivera gets the inbound. She'll quickly sprint down with the dribble. Trying to call for a pick. Gets the pick. Pump fakes. Now goes to Michaels. Michaels drives in. Her layup no good, but she's fouled. So she'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. 44.6 seconds left here in the fourth. Michaels now standing at the free throw line for Washington. Trying to get her first points of the night. Free throw up and no good by Michaels. Michaels gets the second. Shot is up. That one is good. That makes it 42-37. Inbound here. It's Irving going to Martin. Martin dribbling it across midcourt. And Michaels will foul her, stopping the clock with 36.9 seconds left. It's the team third foul for Washington, so 2 away from the bonus for Martinsburg. Irving catches it in the backcourt, and immediately fouling her is Skinner, as that's her first, team fourth, stopping the clock with 35.2 seconds left in the fourth, as Washington will play the foul game the rest of the way in hopes that that's their best opportunity at a late comeback. Ritchie to inbound, goes to Bradley, who passes it in the backcourt to Martin, and Martin now dribbling away, nobody going towards her. The pass almost stolen, and now it'll roll out of bounds. Last off Washington, they say, so it'll be Martinsburg ball with 25.6 seconds left here in the fourth. Martinsburg just somehow weave those passes away from anybody tracing it. And now it's a baseline inbound for Martinsburg. Ritchie, the inbound. Looking for somebody and will lob it over top and find Santabria, goes to Martin. Martin to Irving. And now finally Martin was fouled, stopping the clock with 22.5 seconds left in the fourth. So that's the first, waiting to see who that foul was called against. It's the 15th foul against Washington. The first, which is what I thought, just wanted to wait against Rivera. It's Martin's first free throw attempt up and no good. Keeping it at Martinsburg 42, Washington 37. As before the free throw, we'll see Skinner check in. As Washington going guard heavy here. Trying to get a shooter out onto the floor. Skinner already has 1 3 tonight. Second free throw by Martin. Rattles around the rim and then falls through, making it 43-37. Rivera against the inbound. Looks for Harrison. Harrison goes to Skinner in the right corner. She loses it. Now drives the baseline, tries to go up. And it's no good. Now it looks like Martinsburg, with 9.2, will finally be fouled again is Martin. She'll slowly make her way back across as the Bulldogs, to the applause of the fans in attendance here at the field house, realizing that they're only a few short moments away from win number 13 on the season. Martin, first free throw shot up. And that one is good, making it 44-37 now. Martinsburg leading Washington with 9.2 seconds left in the ball game. Second free throw up. That is good as well. 45-37. As Rivera drives into Martin, and reach and foul against Martin will be called. So that stops the clock with 4 seconds left. And that, it looks like, is the 5th team foul against Martinsburg. It is, so Rivera gets to go to the free throw line here. Free throw shot up, off the front of the rim, and no good by Rivera. That keeps it at 45-37. Rivera. Second free throw shot up. Around the rim and no good. Rebounded by Ritchie. And both teams will allow the clock just to wind out. And the Martinsburg Bulldogs get the win at home over Washington. Tonight's final score, Martinsburg 45, Washington 37. So Martinsburg now 13-3 overall, 7-0 in the EPAC as they take sole possession of first in the conference. Washington now 8-8 overall, 6-1 in the EPAC. We'll step aside, only take a 1-minute break back at the studio, Dylan, just to allow me some time to total everything up. And then we'll be back here for the post-game show. This is West Virginia High School Girls Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10, back in 1 minute.
At Dutch Miller Automotive, we've grown quite a bit over the last 60 years, but our core principles remain the same. We believe in treating our customers and our team members like friends and family, and we see it as our obligation to give back to all the communities we are so fortunate to do business in. In just West Virginia alone, we've grown from one location on the west end of Huntington to 10 rooftops employing more than 500 Mountaineers. Check out the inventory from all of our stores at DutchMillerAuto.com. Dutch Miller Automotive Group, West Virginia proud.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Martinsburg Fieldhouse as the Martinsburg Lady Bulldogs come out on top tonight over the Washington Patriots by a final score of 45-37 as we welcome you into the post-game show brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg with a full lunch and dinner menu, daily specials, and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page as Martinsburg now 13-3 overall, 7-0 in the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference. Washington falls to 8-8 overall, 6-1 in the EPAC. Let's now get our post-game stats brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to fordofhagerstown.com. Post-game stats for Washington. Tonight's leading scorer was Adams with 13 points, followed by Rivera with 10 points. Harrison and Hardy had 4 points each. Skinner had 3 points. Johnson had 2. Michaels had 1. For Martinsburg, leading the way was Sanabria with 10 points. Right behind her was Irving with 9 points. You had Ritchie with 6 points. Martin with 5 points. 4 points for Strovel, 4 points for Bradley, 3 for Gideon, and then 2 for Green and 2 for Underwood. Rejection of the game now. We'll get into tonight's awards as the rejection of the game is brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Family owned, offering superior customer service. Great pricing for a job done by experienced certified technicians. Call them at 304-901-4777. Visit their Facebook page as tonight's rejection of the game goes to Cadence Bradley as she swatted away that layup attempt down low of Mary Rivera there late in the game, and that resulted in a turnover to get Martinsburg the ball back and get the win as well. As tonight's moment of the game we'll get into now, brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley Medical Center, and Jefferson Medical Center, leading health care here and everywhere. As tonight's moment of the game has to be Chloe Irving late there in the end, wide open down low, and getting her 9th points, as all 9 of those points coming in the second half. And that really looked like, with 54.1 seconds left, was the dagger that Martinsburg needed to etch out the win here over Washington. We'll now get tonight's player of the game, which is brought to you by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. Visit them at 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg or online at orsinis.com. Tonight's player of the game will be Tiana Sanabria for the Martinsburg Bulldogs, leading the way with 10 points, three-pointer tonight, 8 of the 10 coming in the first half, so she's tonight's player of the game as that wraps things up here from the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. As, again, the final score, Martinsburg 45, Washington 37. For Dylan Bishop back at the studio, as well as Aiden Sensible, our cameraman, I'm Colin McLaughlin signing off. This has been West Virginia High School girls basketball here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Have a great rest of your night, everybody.
The W.V. Rockefeller Neuroscience Institute Martinsburg clinics have moved to a new location. Our RNI team has moved to a larger custom-designed suite on the third floor of the Spring Mills Medical Office Building at 61 Campus Drive. RNI teams now located in the new Spring Mills office include physical medicine and rehabilitation, neurosurgery, and neurology. We look forward to welcoming patients at this new location in Spring Mills. For more info, call 304-596-5038.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Welcome into the N1 halftime or post-game scoreboard show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10, following a victory for the Martinsburg Lady Bulldogs in EPAC girls basketball, 45-37 over the Washington Patriots. Big time matchup in girls basketball here in the EPAC. We got another game between Jefferson and Hedgesville on the boys' side that ended up being a 47-38 win for the Jefferson Cougars over the Hedgesville Eagles on that side. So that's what EPAC basketball looked like tonight. Look around the NBA here this evening. 1:33 left to go in Indiana. It's an 8-point lead for the Pacers over the Rockets. Mavericks with a 9-point lead over the Nets with 1:36 left to go in the third quarter. Heat up by 12 on the Magic in the third quarter. Knicks up by 25 on the Grizzlies with 1 second left in the third quarter. Timberwolves up by 22 on the Bulls at halftime. And the Thunder and the Jazz just getting started. 1 minute into the game, it's 2-0 OKC. And Bucks and Suns, the one game in the NBA tonight that is not currently underway. That game will be on TNT. Mavericks and Nets is the game that is currently on TNT. Handful of games in the top 25 of college basketball here tonight, and it's a big-time upset that just now went final. Clemson goes into Chapel Hill and upsets number 3 North Carolina, 80-76. Houston, number 5 in the country, wins 79-63 against Oklahoma State. Number 15, South Carolina, with a 3-point win over Ole Miss. And the rest of these games in the top 25 are in progress. Early into the second half, at the latest, Iowa State 44-29 with 15 minutes to go over Texas. Dayton and St. Joseph's. Dayton, number 18, currently trailing by 1 point, 41-40 with 18 minutes left. Just a couple minutes into the second half there. Number 1, UConn is leading 23-16 over Butler with 6 minutes left in the first half. That game is on FS1 currently. Just getting started on ESPN is number 13, Baylor, and number 23, Texas Tech. 8-4 right now. This has been the post-game and one scoreboard show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Again, final from Martinsburg High School is 45-37, Bulldogs over the Washington Patriots. This is Dylan Bishop signing off for Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Hoping you have a great rest of your Tuesday evening.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Basketball. Today's game has been brought to you by
Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Rocks, the Dutch Miller Auto Group, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, Brown's Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda, Craig Blair for State Senate, Orsini's Home Store, the Mansion Peretti Law Firm, the Berkeley County Health Department, Hagerstown Ford, Smallwood and Small Insurance, Modern Realty Results, The Palace Lounge, Cody's Auto Body, WVU Medicine.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and NBA basketball, keep it tuned to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263